This is a review for Chapter 1, Assessment 4. I had you enter in a couple of other pieces of information. One was the custom date format. Please look at the custom date format document. And the other was concatenate. So right now I'm just going to review how those should have been done. So in A26 you were supposed to enter the current date using the today formula. So you click on A26, click on FX, category, choose date and time, and then function would be today. And that puts in the current date, and this is a default format. So you use custom formats when you don't want to use one of the formats that Excel gives you. You want to have a different format. And on the Home tab, in the Number group, in the Number Format button, click on the down arrow, choose More Number Formats. On the Number tab, in the category of Custom, click on Custom. And I'm going to select the type and then just go through this so you can see what it looks like. And again, Excel doesn't actually keep dates. It keeps how many days it's been since January 1st, 1900. So today on November 4th, 2016, it's 42,678 days since January 1st, 1900. So these are different formats that Excel gives you, and we'll just go through how to change it. So if I type in D, based on the value I have in A26 right now, a one-digit day is a 4. So if the day of the month is 1 through 9, it'll display 1 through 9, but if it's 10 through 31, it'll display 10 through 31. So it'll display up to 2 digits, but if it's a one-digit day, it'll only display 1 digit. If I put in 2 Ds, it displays a 2-digit day. So 1 through 9 will display as 01 through 09, and 10 through 31 will still display as 10 through 31. 3 Ds will display as the day of the week abbreviated, and 4 Ds will display as the day of the week spelled out. So D is day, M is month. A 1-character M will display a 1-digit month. 2-digit M will display a 2-digit month. Works the same way as days. 3-character M would display as month abbreviated. 4 M's would display as the month spelled out. Either 1 or 2 Y's will display as a 2-digit year. 3 or 4 Y's will display as a 4-digit year. Since I want day of the week abbreviated, I would do D, 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 and it shows me FRI. Today is Friday, November 4th, day of the month abbreviated, comma, space. You have to include all the punctuation and spacing. I want month abbreviated, so do M, M, M. And notice every time I type something in, it changes it up here. Again, this is for the selected cell. Space, day, a 1-digit day, so I just type in D, comma, space, YY, YY. So then the custom format to display a day of the week abbreviated, comma, space, month abbreviated, space, day, comma, space, year is DDD for abbreviated day of the week, comma, space, MMM for abbreviated month, space, D for day of the week, comma, space, YY, YY. Hit OK? And if I were to type in another day, if I were to say January 1, 2017, it would format it as Sunday abbreviated, comma, space, January abbreviated, space, 1, comma, space, 2017. I'm going to hit undo, so I'm back to where it was. The other thing you needed to do is concatenate. And they do talk about concatenate in the book, but they don't talk about how to change it so it's last name, comma, space, first name. So to do that, I click on FX. My category is text. Function is concatenate. And what I want to do is display my last name. So I click on the cell address for last name. And then what I want to do is display comma space. Obviously you don't want to type in comma space on all your fields because that would be more information than you need in your last name. My last name is not Anderson, comma. My last name is Anderson. So in the second text box I type in comma space, and then when I click on the next text box it puts the comma space in quotes. So it's going to be last name, comma, space, and then I want first name, so I click on the first name field. You're not going to type in your information in here because usually you're going to do this for an entire column where you're saying I want first name and last name to be displayed in a new column as last name, comma, first name. The whole point of the formula is if I change the information in this row, that the answer will change. So it's cell address for last name, comma, space, cell address for first name. Never type values in formulas unless it's a value that will never change. Like we will never have more than 12 months. We will probably never have more or less than 50 states. and we will never have more than a 24-hour day. So the only time we should type values in a formula is something that will never change. Okay? The formula is equals concatenate cell address for the last name, comma, space, cell address for the first name, and then it shows up as last name, comma, first name. So if I change this from my name to Santa Claus, then this changes to Claus, comma, space, Santa.